Did you know that the average worker is only productive for about 3 hours per day? That's 15 hours of productivity in a 40-hour work week. You might be saying to yourself, that couldn't be me. I'm productive all the time. And if that's the case, great for you. But I'd also like to challenge you to take a good look at yourself and your schedule and determine if you're really making the most of your time all the time. And if you're part of the group that knows they struggle with productivity, don't worry. Even the most successful CEOs and execs have trouble with time and energy management. So what can be done about it? How can we make the most of our time and become more productive? I'll share some tips in this quick take. Our productivity is based on what and how much we do within a given amount of time. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And it's true. What we can accomplish in a day dictates how quickly our projects can progress. But I want to challenge that idea a bit because getting stuff done and being productive is not the same thing. You might find that you're getting a lot done, but you're not moving the needle forward on important tasks. There has to be a balance between task completion and productivity. This is where time and energy management comes in. To come up with a good productivity strategy, you have to know yourself. You need to understand how well you prioritize and organize tasks and how self-disciplined you are. This will help you determine which time management techniques work best for you. We'll talk a bit more about them a bit later. If you're not sure, I recommend creating a time log journal. Spend a week or two writing down what you've done in each 15-minute interval during your workday. You can use tools like Toggle or Harvest to do this digitally. Once you have this information, you can go back over it and work out whether you accomplished everything you needed to get done during those periods of time. It'll also show you the time of day that you're most productive, what tasks take the most time to complete, and whether you're using your time to complete the most important tasks. Now that you have an idea of how you tend to spend your time and your productivity habits, you can work on prioritizing tasks. I like to use the Eisenhower Matrix to help set my priorities. It's a framework that helps you distinguish between tasks that are important, not important, urgent, and not urgent. Here's where a lot of people get caught up because urgent and important tasks aren't the same thing and shouldn't be treated the same. The best way to manage your time is to do tasks that are important and urgent since they're the most relevant to your goals. If you focus on progressing on important tasks, you prevent them from becoming urgent. This will in turn keep your urgent priorities to a minimum. The next step is scheduling. Some people choose to schedule every waking second of their day, but I find that unless you're extremely disciplined and organized, this can get overwhelming because if you fall behind on one task, it sets off a chain reaction that can ruin your day. So, when making a schedule, be sure to leave time for breaks or fluctuations in energy. If you know that your peak productivity time is in the morning, try and take advantage of that and schedule more hands-on tasks in your morning. You might have to do some experimenting here to find a schedule that works for you. Another piece of advice that I want to share is to not hop from task to task, but instead allow yourself enough time to finish one thing before moving on to the next. Our brains aren't able to multitask as well as we think they can. It might even help you to compartmentalize tasks. If you're a writer, for example, you might dedicate Mondays to research, Tuesdays and Wednesdays to writing, and Fridays to editing. Also, don't forget to reward yourself with a snack break or walk outside to keep your endorphins high and your energy flowing. One of the most important and effective ways to be more productive is to get rid of distractions. That includes electronics, social media, and even people. You can use apps to help you stay off of your phone and specific websites. And as for dealing with distracting people, that's a bit more complicated. But if you can, move to a location where you're harder to access to try to get stuff done. Next, you can explore different productivity techniques. There's the Pomodoro method, Eat the Frog, GSD method, the Pareto principle, and more. I'll share more information on these techniques below. But know that you might have to spend some time with trial and error to find the technique, if any, that works best for you. My last piece of advice is to delegate tasks whenever you can, especially the tasks that are urgent but not important. You may be thinking, who am I supposed to delegate tasks to when I don't have anyone working under me? Luckily, we're living in a really exciting time where technology can help us with our busy work. AI applications can help with your scheduling, writing emails, brainstorming content ideas, and much more. You can check out our course on inclusive AI usage to learn more about how to harness artificial intelligence to boost your productivity. Of course, there isn't any one right way to manage your time. Everyone is different and our brains work differently. So give yourself grace as you work toward being more productive. It might take some time and trial and error, but I know you'll get there. Best of luck.